What is going on, YouTube? What is going on? My name is Randy. You're watching the Randy Talks Mets channel, where you get your latest Mets media, everything you know about the New York Mets on this channel. And today, we're going to get it started. Will the Mets go after this player? And will the Mets go after Alex Bregman, the third baseman, free agent now, who Alex Bregman opted out of the Boston Red Sox contract? We're going to get into that. Before we do, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into this video here. And we're going to get it started with free agent Alex Bregman. Guys, Alex Bregman, we know that this is a guy that obviously last year Boston gave a short-term deal to, a 3-year deal, $120 million. And he had an opt-out after the first year. And he had a pretty overall good year, batted 273, 18 home runs. But he is opting out his 80 million over 80 million and 2 years left. That is a lot of money to be opting out for. But Alex Bregman wants to go for, I'm sure, probably 150, 170, around that area, maybe 200. This is a guy that obviously has had winning success. He's coming from a winning pedigree. He won a championship with the Houston Astros. This is a potential target for the New York Mets. I know that when it comes to third base, they have been looking for a third baseman for years. Is Brett Baty that option? Is Alex Bregman that option? We know that the New York Mets need somebody that has that winning pedigree, and Alex Bregman has it. Overall, really good defender as well. But this is a guy that is opting out. 80 million, 2 years left. That is a lot of money to be leaving on the table for Alex Bregman, a guy that, first of all, had some injuries in 2025. But we're going to get into here his injury history. And in injury history overall, he played in 114 games in 2025, had a quad injury. And also in 2021, he played in 91 games. So this is a guy that has had injuries in the past, and he batted 273 overall. Even though he didn't play in all those games, he batted 273, 18 home runs. He was off to a really good start in the beginning, but this is overall a guy that just wants to get some security. He's turning 32 in March, so he's going to be a little older, 32, but overall a really good defender. A guy that, man, if you put in that diamond, you put him with the New York Mets, I think he's going to be a game changer for the New York Mets. We know that the Mets have been looking for that third baseman for years. If you believe Brett Baty is that option, and you think he's going to be consistent, then okay. But if not, I could see the Mets going after Alex Bregman. I like Alex Bregman. I think he will be a nice fit for the New York Mets. Overall, he just has a good bat on his shoulders, man. I know that the injury history is a little concerning. I completely understand it. Completely understand it. And maybe the Mets won't sign a player like Alex Bregman, but man, I think it's worth talking about. I think it's worth talking about because overall, 273, 18 home runs. If he probably was healthy, he probably would have hit 25 home runs. I mean, just look at what he did and look what Brett Baty did. Brett Baty, I think, batted 250 something, and and he hit 18 home runs. So I think overall, when it comes to Alex Bregman, there could be a fit with the New York Mets, but third base is going to have to be figured out. At some point, you're going to have to figure it out. And David Stearns, if the Mets want to win now, can they take that chance with Brett Baty as their third baseman, or will they go after a proven third baseman and a guy with not that many question marks other than the injury history? And I get it. I get it. Maybe they wouldn't sign a player over 32 to a long-term contract, because Alex Bregman is going to want probably a 5-year, 6-year contract. And you got Alonso you're going to have to deal with. You got Edwin Diaz you're going to have to deal with. And now potentially you're going to have Alex Bregman. So we will see what overall happens with this. I think if you put him here and you bring back Alonso, you're going to have a nice tandem for years to come. We know that the Mets are very left-handed heavy. They have a lot of left-handers. They need that right-handed power. They need some right-handed, ability. And I think Alex Bregman gives you that. But obviously, bringing back Pete helps a lot more. So with the New York Mets, with that situation, you got to get more right-handers in here because you got Brandon Nimmo, you got Juan Soto, who is a lefty. Overall, you got Beatty, who's a lefty, but he could be traded. And maybe they don't trade. Maybe they just sign Alex Bregman and they put Brett Beatty at second base, so you don't lose Brett Beatty altogether. It's just an overall option that maybe the Mets could do. But I think this team has to figure out what way they want to go. Because if you want to win now, you got to go for proven players. And I think they need to get younger and more athletic. But overall, Alex Bregman is a plus defender. He's a guy that you want in that side of the diamond. When it talks about run prevention, that is a guy that can prevent a lot of runs. He's a really good defender, has a nice arm. Overall, better defender than Brett Beatty. Overall, better defender than anybody that they have. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in free agency, man, because the Mets have to get better. They have to make some type of moves. But will they go after Alex Bregman? We will see. If you enjoyed the video, definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Randy. I'm out of here. Let's go Mets.